Hello YouTube, being you guitar junkie, Master Wah. With this, let's see what happens. I'm feeling warmed up, I think. That, right? Broke my rule. Yeah, I broke my rule that when I have it in the neck position, I don't go past the 7th fret because this is where it sounds best. Once I'm up here, see, it loses that sweet spot, and then when I hit anything on the, you know, the wound, heavy wound, the 6th, 5th, and 4th string, it sounds like it's a drop D right away. So yeah, I broke my own rule on that one. Whenever it's in the neck, that's it. That's from here up. I never go down here unless I'm going to start something and then I'm going to do something. other than that, yeah, you can't hold the note up here. You hold the note here. Sounds so much better, you know. So, and that's the end of that. Yeah, I was missing again. That's what's so fun about the TC Electronics flashback triple delay, is that after a while I could go back in my first, second, and third settings and switch them up a little bit. So if I don't like the way the delay was, I could, you know, make it longer, make it cascade a little slower, like that. Or I could take the other one and I could make the slapback. Oops, sorry, I hit the first one. The first one is only for clean. Hit the slapback. You hear it? And then it cascades a little bit faster. Go to the third one. And it's just that sweet spot. The number one, this one is only good when all the distortion's over. That's why. Turn off the gain. Yeah, now that's even a little bit too loud. So I'll mess with that. I'll bring that volume down a little bit. But that clean channel is really up there. Gonna have to mess with that. See, that's bothering me now. I gotta bring down the volume a little bit, and I gotta bring down the volume on, what do they call it, on the mix. So it's not that, the slapback is not that loud. That's only good for someone that wants to cover something up. I don't want to cover something up. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake. I don't want a device to hide it. Because then I might make the same mistake over and over and think it sounds good. And not realize it. Yeah. That's why when I was a kid, 8, 9 years old, I used to take my acoustic guitar, my classical acoustic guitar, and play to my father's jazz records. What were they? They weren't, they were an oddball number. You had 45, then you had 33 and a third. There was something in the middle there. You know, it was a funny size record. I forget what size it was, but I used to put them on, you know, put that on the stereo, and then an acoustic guitar, so, you know, the volume is low, and there's just play to that, you know. Get my finger picking, my picking and my fingering, you know, like that. And just work on it. And then, of course, when I was a teenager, you know, and I was hearing Deep Purple and Santana and Kiss, you know, that just changed my world. Well, yeah. That went on a little bit too long. I was jamming to it, and then I said, you know what? Let me just put that on video and see what happens. So tell me what you think. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and better tomorrow.